everyone. Today we are going to be doing a practice that I like to call Rise. I call it Rise because this is how I like to start my day. I like to rise to meet the day in this way. So this is a really great practice to do in the morning, but it's also really great to do at any point throughout the day if you feel like you need a little pick-me-up or a little wake-me-up. So this practice is short but impactful. It's revitalizing and nourishing. And what I really like about these kind of practices is that it helps us start our day off right. And by that I mean we start our day with intention. We have efficient movement and we're getting the blood flowing. And we're also being mindful of our breath. So we're going to begin in a nice, comfortable, seated position, cross-legged. So if you want to grab a cushion or a bolster, anything to prop up the hips, we are going to be seated for a little while. So whatever feels comfortable for you in this position, please go ahead and do it. So if you are seated on the ground with the palms of our hands, we'll just pull the fleshy bits of our bum away and we'll sit back, really grounding down into our sit bones, and our thighs are kind of grounding us down to the earth. We'll sit up nice and tall, maintaining the integrity of the spine, so just be mindful of if you find yourself slouching, and just straighten the spine. And we'll just let our hands fall wherever feels comfortable. Absolutely anywhere. It's completely up to you. And when you're ready, we'll just go ahead and close the eyes and take a couple breaths here. We're not forcing the breath at all. We're just noticing how it feels and maybe giving our thinking mind a break. So if you are doing this practice in the morning, let's not think about all the things we need to do today or emails we have to respond to. Let's tuck all of those thoughts away and kind of bring ourselves into the present moment by just focusing on the breath. We're going to do a quick pranayama or breathwork exercise. So this is my personal favorite one. It's called Nadi Shodhana or alternate nostril breathing. Traditionally, it is done with our right hand, but I'm not going to come over and beat you with a stick if you feel comfortable doing it with your left hand. So how we do this is we bring our index and middle finger and we rest them on our third eye area. Using our ring finger, we'll just gently close the left nostril, leaving the right nostril open. And we'll take a nice deep breath in through the right. We'll close the right nostril with the thumb, release the left, and exhale out through only the left. Inhale through the left. Close off the left with the ring finger, release the right, and exhale. Inhale through the right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Right, sorry. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. And we'll do one more cycle. So inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Release the right hand or left hand back down. And just allow the breath to come back to its natural rhythm. So maybe during that exercise you noticed that one nostril was a lot stronger than the other. And if you did, just jot it down, make a little note of it, and we can discuss what that means in our little check-in later. From here, before we get started, we're going to take a couple more breaths. And we're just focusing on the intention of rising. Rising to meet the day, to meet whatever challenges may face us today. We are able to rise. On your next inhale, just gently bat the eyelashes open. And we're going to just warm up nice and slow with some neck exercises. So we're going to draw circles with our nose. So we'll let our nose guide us as we draw nice, slow circles. Going one way. And then we'll reverse our circle and go the other way. Moving slowly and gently as we warm up our body. And then we'll just rock a little yes, up and down. And then we'll take a little no, looking left and right. And you can keep the eyes closed or open here. It's completely up to you. And then we'll just bring our hands to our heart space. We'll open up the fingers nice and wide and we'll interlace the fingers, holding our own hand because we're our own best friend, of course. And then we'll just rotate the wrists almost as if we're drawing an infinity sign. Nice and slow. Just moving the wrists, giving a little love to our wrists. Especially if we sit on a computer all day or on our phones. It's a great way to just get a little bit more mobility. When you're ready, we'll release the wrists and we'll come onto our all fours, our tabletop position. So in our tabletop position, let's just check in with our foundations. Our wrists are directly under shoulders and our knees are sat directly under the hips. We're pressing into the tops of the feet and we'll just do a little cat-cow. So in our cat-cow, a little spinal flexion, warming up the spine. Our movement originates from the base of the tailbone. So on our inhale, the tailbone draws up towards the ceiling. We scoop the belly, open up the chest, gaze forward. On our exhale, movement again originates from the base of the tailbone and we tuck the tailbone under, drawing the chin into the chest. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, scoop the belly, open up the heart, gaze forward. Exhale, round it down, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale. And just move with your own breath. Don't mind me. Make your practice your own. And on your next inhale, we'll come back to our tabletop position. And we'll really lean into our right hand as we sweep the left fingertips all the way up. And exhale, we'll thread it through the space between our knee and our wrist. And bring the left shoulder and left ear to rest on the mat. From here, we'll just bring our right hand and sweep it all the way around to our left hip, rolling this right shoulder open. Pressing into the left ear and left shoulder. One more breath here. And exhale, we'll come back to our tabletop. Check in with the foundations, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, we'll send the right fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, we'll thread it through, bringing the left ear and shoulder down to the mat. We'll sweep the left hand around to the right thigh and roll that left shoulder open, pressing into the right shoulder as we open it up. Inhale. We'll come back to our tabletop position. From here, we'll walk the knees out nice and wide as the mat, bringing the two big toes to touch in the middle. Walk your hands to the top corner of the mat, and we'll send the hips all the way back, melting the chest and the forehead down to kiss the mat. Fingertips are reaching to the top, hips are pulling to the back in our extended child's pose. Taking a breath here. Remembering our intention of being able to rise. On our next inhale, we'll come back to our tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And we'll tuck the toes under. Press away from the mat, really draw the shoulders away from the ears on a nice breath in. And on our exhale, we'll hinge the hips up and back for our first downward facing dog. So a lot of bend in the knees here, especially if this is your first movement for the day. Really walk the dog out. Maybe you bend both knees and send the hips one way and then the other. Just finding what feels nice for you. And then we'll sink into our down dog here. So hips are hinging up towards the sky. Heels are pulling to the back of the room. Melt the heart towards the thighs. Spiral the shoulders open. Take a nice deep breath in here. And release it all. And on your next inhale, we'll just slowly start to baby step up the center of our mat. Nice and slow movement as we come to the top. Again, keeping a nice bend in the knees here. Clasp each elbow in your hand and just rock a little side to side. Enjoying the slow movement as we start our day. When you're ready, you can release the hands down, release the weight of the head and the neck. Just ragdoll here. And then grounding down through all four corners of the feet, we'll roll it up nice and slow. Fingertips are tracing the front body, feeling that energetical lift. Stacking the vertebrae one on top the other, rolling the shoulders down the spine, and coming to our Tadasana, palms facing forward. Inhale, both hands up and overhead, palms come together. Exhale, fold. Nice bend in the knees still. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms and step it back to your plank. Inhale, lower knees, chest, and chin. Elbows are not winging out here, but we're hugging the elbows in. Exhale, release to the ground. Press into the tops of the feet. Squeeze the elbows together as you inhale to your Bhujangasana or Cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes and press it up and back to our downward facing dog. Ooh, I'm slipping. Inhale, we'll sweep the right toes up towards the sky. Exhale, draw it through the midline of the mat, knee to nose, and then we'll step the right foot up at the top. Lower the left knee, untuck the left toes. Keep the left palm in line with the sole of the right foot as we sweep the right fingertips all the way up for a twist. Nice breath in. And exhale, send it down to frame the front foot. From here, we'll inhale and sweep both hands up and overhead. pull that right hip crease back, square the hips to the front of the mat, draw the shoulders away from the ears here. Exhale, send both hands down to frame the front foot. Come up onto your fingertips, and for this we're going to tuck our left toes under. Take a nice deep breath in, and we'll pull the hips all the way back, peeling the right foot all the way up, sending the toes to the sky for our runner's stretch here. Couple breaths here, nice deep hamstring stretch. And if here is all we go, keeping a nice bend in the knee, listen to your body. Inhale, we'll roll forward, plant the left foot, plant the palms. Keeping the left toes tucked under, we'll lift the left knee up and send the right toes back. Inhale, lower knees, chest, chin, hug those elbows in. Exhale, release. Squeeze the elbows together. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale to your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, we'll sweep the left toes up towards the sky. Exhale, draw it through the midline, hug it all the way up, knee to nose, and then we'll plant the left foot at the top of the mat. Lower the right knee, untuck the right toes. Left palm is in line with the sole of the left foot. Inhale and sweep the left fingertips all the way up for a nice twist. Exhale, send the left hand down. Inhale, sweep both hands up. Hips are nice and square, front knee stacked over front ankle. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. Send both hands down. Come up onto the fingertips. Tuck the right toes under. Inhale. Send both hips back, peeling the left foot up towards the sky. Runner stretch. And be mindful of if your hips are veering over to the right, and just kind of bring them back to the center. And that may mean that you don't go back as far, or you keep a bigger bend in the knees, but that's okay. Inhale, roll forward, plant the palms, pick up the right toes, send the left toes back. Inhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Exhale, release. Squeeze together as you inhale to your cobra. Exhale to your downward facing dog. We'll take a couple breaths here in our down dog. So roll the shoulders down, melt the heart back towards the thighs. Heels are pulling to the back of the room. And on your next inhale, we'll send our gaze up towards the top of the mat. And we'll just lower the knees and sit back on our hips. From here, so I'll just turn to face you guys for this. So we're just sitting on our hips here. And if you want a little active toe stretch, you can keep the toes tucked under as you come back. Whatever feels comfortable for you. And we'll just do some more wrist stretches. So we'll bring the hands back together and we'll draw our infinity. Ooh, I felt something crack. Just warming up our wrist. We can release them and we'll extend the left hand out in front of us, and the right fingertips will gently pull down on the left fingertips for a nice forearm stretch here. Inhale, we'll switch it over to the other side. From here, we'll just walk our knees out nice and wide. If the toes are tucked, go ahead and release them. We'll walk the hands to the top corners of the mat, and we'll send the hips all the way back, coming into our child's pose. Nice active child here, so our fingertips are reaching to the front, hips are pulling us back. Taking as many breaths here in our child's pose as you need before you're ready to face your day. So this flow can be repeated up to 3 times, I would say. It's kind of the max I would do, but it completely depends on your day and your schedule. If you have time to do it more, feel free. If you do it in the morning and then you're like me and you kind of have that 2 p.m. slump where productivity is just completely gone out the window, roll out your mat if you can and just do this flow once or twice. Get the breath flowing, get the blood pumping through the body, and enjoy. Just feel really proud of yourself and really grateful that you're able to move your body and that you're showing up for yourself and giving yourself all the love that you deserve. Namaste.